Hey everybody, today I'm going to be bringing you a review on the LaSplash Cosmetics Sinfully Luscious collection of matte lipsticks. Now this collection features shades that you would normally see like nudes, reds, pinks, but then it also includes some really awesome shades like gray and blue and green, black, purple, really bright shades that are in your face pow, and they are affordable. By the way, there's some dupes for the Melt Cosmetics in this little collection. I'm going to be doing a comparison, swatches on the hand. I'm going to have picture swatches at the end. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do the comparisons between Melt and LaSplash. So let's get started. Let's first start with the first shade, which is a nude. By the way, the packaging is clear. I really like this, actually. I thought I was like, oh my god, I'm going to hate this. It's totally clear. And by the way, I apologize about my hair. We just had a rainstorm, and my hair, when it rains, I turn into a mermaid. It gets like super, super wavy. I don't know how that happens. Anyway, so all the packaging is clear, so whether you lay it down, whether you have it like this, or you have it like this, or you stand it up, no matter what way you store these lipsticks, you will know what color it is. So I like that because I'm a beauty blogger, so I have a lot of lipstick, and when I look through my lipstick, I want to be able to find the shade I want, get in, get out, and that's it. So I really love the packaging. It's super clear. Like I said, I thought I would hate it, but it's super clear, and you know what? Everybody's got these acrylic drawers where you can see what's in it automatically. This is like the lipstick version of the acrylic drawer. So when you open it up, you can watch it swirl up and down. I thought that was kind of cute. Anyway, so each shade, you pop it up, you have the standard amount of lipstick, and the first shade we're going to look at is a nude, and this one is called Porcelain, and it's almost like my actual skin color, and all the shades pretty much performed really well, but some are more matte than others, and we're going to talk about it. So this shade Porcelain is the only shade in the collection that was streaky for me. Now it's really, really close to my skin tone, and sorry, I have a stain on my hand. Let me do over. Let me just quickly, because that area. Okay, let's start again. So here's a quick swipe again. Here's one swipe. Hold on. Little technical difficulties, right? So there's one swipe, and you get 2 swipes, 3 swipes. Now you're thinking, oh my god, I can't see it. You can't see it because it's so close to my skin tone. Like, this is like my skin tone. But when you put this on the lips, the only problem I had with this shade is it was slightly streaky, and it was the only one. If you put this over a lip liner, or you prime your lips beforehand, you should have no problem. Some of these lipsticks are unforgiving, and I'll tell you which ones are. This one is, so you want to prime your lips beforehand if you're using the shade, and you want to exfoliate your lips. Otherwise, you might have a little bit of problems with this one. But again, you'll see in the lip swatch that it covers up my full pigmentation on my lip. I have a little bit of pigmented lips. It completely covers it up. Like I said, it's just slightly streaky. It's so close to my actual skin tone that it's hard for you to actually see the swatch. Now, how does this compare to the Melt Cosmetics? Well, it is kind of similar to the shade Summer. I think it's Summer that it's similar to. Similar to the shade Summer, except for Summer is more orange, and I'm going to show you this. So this is the nude version of Melt, and it's way more orange. So if you were looking for something a little bit more coral, a little bit more orange, you're going to want to go for Summer for Melt Cosmetics. I personally, honestly, like Porcelain better because once you prime your lips, you can do so much with this shade. You can lighten other lipsticks, you can apply it to the center of your lip, really like highlight the center of your lip. You can wear it on its own as long as you use a lip liner, and you're fine with this one. Plus, I like this one better because it's creamier. Still matte, but it's creamier. It doesn't tug on the lip as much. The next one is Vermillion, and this one is a really pretty red. Honestly, I think this is going to become one of my favorite reds just because of how velvety and smooth it applied. It was very matte. It was super opaque in one stroke. I loved it. I mean, you can do 2 strokes too if you want. It's really, really matte. Really, really pretty. How does it compare to the Melt Cosmetics, if you were wondering? I have Belladonna too. Belladonna tugs. It's very hard, it's like chalky. Now, of course, they're both very opaque, but this one is way chalkier, way harder. I mean, the Melt Cosmetics and the LaSplash Cosmetics last the same amount of time, but the LaSplash Cosmetics is half the price. So there's a little comparison to Belladonna too. The next shade is Romance, and this one is a beautiful purple shade, and when you apply it, it has like a dimension of pink to it. It's absolutely stunning on the lips, and again, very smooth, very opaque in one, hold on, it was going down, sorry. Very smooth, opaque in one swipe. As you can see though, you get that pink, slightly streaky, but it's still smooth, still opaque. It didn't really compare to any shade in the Melt Cosmetics. I did take out Shadowy Lady just to show you guys, and again, I prefer the the LaSplash one, just because it has that extra dimension. Even though it looks streaky here, it's not too streaky on the lips. It's a little streaky, but not too much. I wouldn't complain about it. It's not as drying on the lips as the Melt Cosmetics is. The next shade we have is Vivacious. I love this shade. It's such a bright hot pink. It is absolutely stunning. Like, it is super, super hot pink, and it just translates so well on the lips. And it's super, super opaque. Really opaque. Sorry, here's one swipe. It's really opaque, awkward angle, but very, very opaque on the lips. I was able to put this on, and I got like 8 to 9 hours of wear before I saw fading. I didn't have to wear a lip liner. I didn't have to do anything. I loved it, and it kind of compares to Stupid Love from Melt, but again, Melt was more drying and more chalky, but both up here very opaque on the lips. Like, this looks like it's not as opaque. Trust me, it is the same opacity on the lips as you see in the Melt, and again, it's half the price. So super, super, you know, LaSplash wins. The next shade we have is Pixie, and this is a light pink shade. Very, very light, like baby pink, and I'm going to use my other hand to swatch this up. So it's a light baby pink, awkward angle to swatch. But this is a swatch, very opaque. I thought that this one would be streaky because it's such a light color, and it wasn't at all. Super easy, long wear, covered up the pigmentation on the lips, and it's not a dupe at all. I thought it might be a dupe for Darling from Melt, but it is not a dupe at all because Melt is more lilac. So if you were looking for a beautiful matte baby pink, you have it with Pixie. The next shade I have is Lust, and Lust is a beautiful black shade. Now this, I'm telling you, I've tried a lot of blacks. I tried the black from NYX, I tried the black from Hot Core from MAC, I've tried, but this black trumps them all. Now, Melt did release a black as well, and they called it Bane. But honestly, I put this on my lips, and it was the most velvety black lipstick I've ever tried. Few notes, it's not as matte as the other lipsticks in the collection. I'm not sure why that is. But either way, it is super creamy, super opaque, felt like velvet on my lips. Like, I was blown away. I was like, oh, it's going to be streaky. I didn't have faith in this black. I gotta be honest. So, I did not have faith. It's an awkward angle, but I swear to you, I was amazed. I really was amazed. I was putting it on and I was like, oh, this is so great. Now here is Bane from Melt. Again, just awkward angle. Same opacity, half the price. Now the next shade we have is a beautiful, beautiful green. I love this green. I believe Rihanna wore a green like this at the iHeart Music or iHeart Radio, something like that. This shade is called Envy. So if you want to get her look, you can pick up Envy. And this one also doesn't have the same matteness as a lot of the other shades do. But it was super creamy, super velvety, super, super opaque. Very, very impressed with this green. It was very comfortable on the lips. I do love the Melt Cosmetics too, I do, but for half the price. I kind of love LaSplash a little bit more, just because it's the same wear, and as you can see, it kind of tugged at my skin a little bit, this blow, and blow is opaque, it's not streaky on the lips, but it did tug a little bit more, whereas I found the LaSplash glided. It was very soft, but it wasn't too soft. Now, Greed is extremely similar to DGAF, Don't Give a Fuck, from Melt. But again, I found this to apply very smooth. This one was just as matte as the others in the collection, but very smooth, very opaque, that bright, bright, in-your-face, bold blue. Uncommon shade, but I'm telling you, it's so flattering. And here's Don't Give a DGAF from Melt. Now, Melt is a little bit darker, a little bit more blue, but honestly, I feel like the LaSplash is just as wearable, even if it's just not as dark. You can always darken it with a blue eyeliner, or use a blue eyeliner that you haven't used on your eye, or you don't plan to use in your eye, on your lip to darken it up and give it that dimension. I'm a super fan of because I love purples, love, love, love purples. And this shade is called Vanity, and this, oh my goodness, it's super pretty. I was thinking it's very similar to Heroin, but it's actually just a little bit different. I don't remember exactly why, but it was slightly different than Heroin, but it's close. And as you can see, very, very opaque, very matte. It didn't have the creaminess of the black or the green, but it was still very matte, didn't tug, didn't pull, and I liked that. And it's kind of similar to By Starlight from what you call it, from Melt, but Melt's is a little bit lighter, or a little bit darker. Actually, no, it's a little bit darker, sorry. Melt is a little bit darker, and again, it has that very, very pigmented, kind of, not chalky feel, but it has that drier, that retro matte feel, whereas these have like the MAC matte feel, the regular matte feel. And the last one is Wrath, and Wrath is a beautiful gray lipstick. I'm a big fan of gray lipstick. I think that it doesn't get the credit it deserves, because it can be really flattering on a lot of people. Now, I'm running out of space. I'm going to do it up here. Now, this shade applies very smooth. Sorry, let's try it again. It applied very smooth. It was very opaque in one swipe on the lips. And it compares to Melt Cosmetics Space Cake. But honestly, Space Cake was a little bit lighter. They're very similar. I personally like the LaSplash Cosmetics more. So even though they're very dupeable, honestly, Melt Cosmetics costs like $20, right? A lipstick, or $19 a lipstick. LaSplash is $9.98 per lipstick. Their lipstick lasts just as long. It's perfect in terms of wear. It's not too drying. It's not moisturizing. I do recommend you put on a chapstick about 5 to 10 minutes before you apply these, of course. But these shades don't tug at the lips. They don't pull at the lips. And they have the same pigmentation and the same quality as the Melt lipsticks. Now, I'm not trying to downplay the Melt lipsticks. I love the Melt lipsticks, I do. But if you're on a budget and you want this same quality and you want the same bright, bold colors, you can definitely pick up the LaSplash collection. If you're wondering why you can't find it on the website, it'll be available in June, I believe. They are a limited edition, so I would get your hands on them as soon as they release. Of course, as soon as I see them release, I will let the news, I will post it on my Instagram. So if you're following me there, I promise you will know when these are coming. As soon as I know, you'll know. So here's the quick comparison swatches by view. Honestly, again, I have to say, even though I love the Melt, I like LaSplash more, just because of some of the shades are just so much, they feel nicer on the lips. Like I can go on my lips and I don't feel like it's so dry, and I like that. So if you are a fan of matte but you're not a fan of retro matte and you like these colors, pick up the LaSplash Cosmetics line of Sinfully Luscious lipsticks, because they get my 2 thumbs ups. I'm gonna have picture swatches along with the tubes so you can see how they compare, like lip to tube, see if they're true to tube. Most are. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm Recycled Stardust.